I'm here with the current leader in the Duramax Diesel Super Farm category, the wild man himself, the Red Dog, Harry Bledsoe. Harry, you know, Jimmy said a lot of nice things that were complimentary about you throughout the season, how good of a puller you are. Are you concerned about that at this point?
No, not at all.
Now, is it true you actually told the ATPA officials you're going to cheat here at the ATPA World Finals? They just got to find it because you're going to win the championship.
That's exactly what I told him.
So are you playing by the rules here, Harry?
Well, you just, whatever it is, have to find out.
The sun is shining here at the Delaware, Ohio County Fairgrounds for the McCormick Tractor ATPA Finals. We're going to talk to Jimmy True. Jimmy True, you're in second place, what, 2 points behind?
Yes, that's correct.
What are you going to have to do? Just finish a place ahead, a position ahead?
I believe one position ahead will put us in a tie for the championship.
What are you going to do tonight that's different than what you've done all year?
We haven't changed a thing. We're just going to run what got us here and just hope that it holds up and see what that gets us.
You're racing against a lot of people with more experience. This is really your first year on tour?
Yes, that's correct. This is my first year with ATPA.
What type of background do you have to be this successful in an inaugural season?
I'm not sure. I've got a lot of good people helping me out. Dave and Dale Becker with special things, and we're right here in the backyard of Columbus Diesel, and they help us out with chargers and fuel systems, so I have to give them a lot of credit. They do a lot of work on this thing for me.
Jimmy True, his work is cut out for him and Logan's Toy as they're going to try and come out of the number 2 position, see if they can pull around the point leader and pick up a win and also the season-long point title.
Rick Carlson, thank you very much. I'm Stephen Cox, and Tom McConnell has rushed up to join me in the booth as we watch Mark Colberg head out in Propane, Delaware, Ohio, the site of the McCormick Tractor ATPA Finals.
Well, Mark Colberg is one of the more interesting pullers in this category. Why? The only tractor that's not a diesel in this class. It is powered by propane. The ATPA rules in the Duramax Diesel Super Farm class say you have to run an OEM fuel, and Minneapolis Moline did produce from the factory a propane engine, and that's just what Mark Colberg is running. And of course, it's running good enough to get him a full pull 316. Wow.
A yellow tractor seemed to like the track tonight.
Yeah, everything seemed to go real good there. I don't think I could have done any better.
At 316, I don't think anybody could have done much better.
Well, I wouldn't doubt they're going to reset the sled maybe after a couple. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but he's going to hang on to that pole. It's a good one. Let's check in now with our Jasper Engines and Transmissions Best Engineered Award. Here's Rick Carlson once again. Rick?
Jasper, Best Engineered Super Farm. Well, we're going to go red this time with enough said. Chad Darledge, you've got some trick little stings in here.
Yeah, it's sort of our own handmade project.
Handmade project? You end up having to custom build a lot of the parts and pieces that you need to make this run the way you want?
Yeah, there's a lot of custom build made pieces, but we don't make them all. We buy some of them, but there's a lot of custom build ones in here.
Okay, how many turbos?
1 turbo.
1 turbo, all the ducting, that has to be handmade.
Yeah, it is. There's a guy that lives pretty close to us and makes our turbos.
Now, when you get in here, what things do you have to do once you get in the driver's seat, you get ready to pull? What kind of changes do you make, or what do you do sitting in that seat?
Well, tire pressure, that's one big change you have to make from pull to pull. And front weight, it depends on the track. If you can use a lot of front weight, or sometimes you don't have to use any.
You want to pull first or you want to pull last?
It really don't matter. Just in the middle, probably.
Okay, so you've had a little bit of time to watch everybody else, and you know the track's still going to stay like it was.
That's right.
Jasper, Best Engineered Award. Very simply, enough said.
Now, see, that's the million-dollar question, Tom, and he kind of said it didn't matter that much, whether or not you want to run at the beginning or the end of the pulls.
All that matters is that launch when you start off, and to make sure everything is going right, and Darledge is having some problems here.
Way over on the right side of the track there, too, especially at the beginning of the run.
Yeah, I don't know. Something is not right there. The turbocharger wasn't spooled up very well, and he shuts down way, way early.
Ken Gravitz up next, but let's check in with Rick.
I think that trip to the right did you in a little bit.
Yeah, I had to hit the brake on the left side to get it back over, but it's still a pretty good run.
So Ken lines up out of Richwood, Ohio on strut and buck and see if he can take out the 316-foot mark that's already been laid down on the earliest run of the day. That was Mark Colberg.
Bouncing a little bit, not sure if the clutch is adjusted just the way he likes. Now this tractor's only been out about 5 times this year. Just now getting the bugs lined out, and Ken will come up way short.
Well, it's not a floating finish line today. 300 feet is a full pull. Coming up, more the Lucas Oil Power Pulling Series. The McCormick Tractor ATPA Finals are brought to you by Lucas Oil Products, #1 in the trucking industry, and by Jasper Engines and Transmissions, the nation's leader in remanufactured engines and transmissions.
One of the names that we're familiar with here at the ATPA tractor pulls are McCormick Tractors. Chad Heiser with McCormick. How deep is your involvement here with the ATPA?
You know, we started the ATPA about 2 years ago and became one of their national sponsors, and we've been extremely pleased with the results we're seeing from the ATPA. It's a pleasure to be part of such a wonderful organization sanctioning these pulls. And McCormick is just happy to be back with the tractors and putting them as part of the ATPA and putting them in front of an audience that's really our core base of customers. So we're just real happy to be part of the ATPA and these pulls.
Now, McCormick Tractors, not a name everyone's familiar with because it's one of the newer names out. A little bit of the history of McCormick, please.
Well, absolutely. You know, the McCormick name actually is a very old name, dating back over 170 years, and we're just extremely happy to be bringing that name back to tractors where they've been known for so many years. McCormick was formed about 3 years ago, and we offer a full range of tractors of horsepower starting at 30 horse, ranging up to 230 horse. So we offer a full line of tractors, bring them back for the American farmer.
And we see them here at ATPA. Really, one of the most important support groups we have are the McCormick Tractors, because that's what get the competitors out on the pulling course, take them back. So everywhere we turn, you are a very important part.
We are, and that's exactly like I said. We're extremely happy to be able to provide the tractors to these pulls to groom the track, pull the pulling tractors around, and just do all the odds and end jobs that are out there that really need to happen to make these pulls a success. And we're just real happy to be part of this pull and part of the ATP organization.
Out in the field, McCormick is the tractor to have under you. However, if you're on the track, it's either International or John Deere. You're seeing red now.
One of the top pullers from the Badger State Pullers Organization, a member state of the ATPA Lucas Oil Power Pulling Series. The smoke is blowing. He's looking around. Did he get past the full pull? 293. Close, but no cigar there.
Justin Wagler's been in the top 5 in points for much of the year. He comes out on Real Deere with some pretty high expectations.
Very interesting story with this tractor. He was actually disqualified at an ATPA event for too large of a turbocharger. He came back the next day, totally legal, beat everybody. So the Real Deere is definitely living up to its name. 294.48. I believe that's good enough for second at this point.
Let's check in with Rick. He's standing by with Justin.
Justin, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I tell you what, I can't be upset with that pass. The propane tractor's really been running strong here lately, and we're pretty satisfied with that. We're happy to be where we're at right now in the class, and hopefully it holds up throughout the night.
Josh Miley on high maintenance, trying to recover from a mid-season slump, if you will. He ran 5 straight events, never cracked the top 10.
Well, he is definitely beyond that. Seems to be getting stronger each and every run. But like you said, Stephen, he has not had a picture-perfect year. You can see the intensity in his eyes there as he looks around. 294. Man, a lot of guys are just really bunching up in that 294 area.
Yeah, and Josh knew. He looked over and he knew good and well that it wasn't going to be good enough. He was disappointed. Harry Bledsoe on Red Dog is next. He's already won twice. He won Kentucky. He won in Indiana. Let's see what he can do in Ohio.
Well, the guy currently #1, the Lucas Oil World Championship, last event of the year. He is going to do everything he can to win, even cheat if possible. And hey, he's right there. A full pull between himself and his good friend, Mark Colberg. Let's check it out with the Lucas Oil replay. The Red Dog launched very, very good, Stephen.
He looked good all the way down the track. He really pulled to the right just a touch. Outside of that, he used very, very little brake. Looked fine beginning to end.
Harry, 307. Nice legal pass.
Oh, yeah, it'll be all right. I think it'll hold up pretty good. We'll be in the pull-off anyway.
I think he missed the point. The question was it a legal pass? But anyway, Dan Hensley on Hurricane Deere is coming up next. He's had a fine season as well. Seen a lot of this tractor.
Well, Dan Hensley actually just purchased another tractor. Next year he's going to be campaigning 2 Super Farm tractors in this Duramax diesel category. Right now, though, he's trying to think, can I get one out? Nope, 295.36, good enough for third at this point.
About 4.5 feet short of joining Mark Colberg, our first poller, and Harry Bledsoe are the one we just saw moments ago. The only 2 who have made full polls so far. Stick with us. We're coming back with Don Slama, Jimmy True, and Tim Morris. Welcome back to Delaware, Ohio, in the McCormick Tractor ATPA Finals. Hello, everybody. I'm Stephen Cox. Our expert analyst is Tom McConnell, and Rick Carlson is working pits for us all day long. Now, Don Slama is coming up in a moment, but first of all, we want to give out our Lucas Oil Best Appearing Tractor Award. Rick has found our winner.
Lucas Oil, best appearing Duramax diesel Super Farm tractor, Fast and Furious. That's the John Deere belonging to Don Slama. Who designed the scheme?
My daughter and artist from down by Janesville, Wisconsin.
Janesville, Wisconsin. That sounds like a Badger State puller.
Right, we're Badger State boys. We're proud to be Badger State boys. In fact, this tractor was a Super Farm champion this year at Badger State.
Besides looking good, then it runs good. You must spend, well, how much time keeping this clean and shiny and pretty?
A lot. We enjoy working on it. We enjoy pulling it, and it takes a lot of time, but it's a lot of fun.
And it looks like you've got some people here that help because it's more than a one-person job.
Oh, yeah. We've got Brandon Jones and Kurt Lehman and John Kutz come down, and Brandon and Kurt are part of the crew team, and we just have a lot of fun. We're glad to be here.
At the ATPA World Finals, any plans that you have for this evening's pull, or you just kind of keep an eye on everybody?
We'd like to win it.
I think that's a good plan. Don Slama, Fast and Furious, your best appearing tractor. His thought is he'd just like to win it.
Rick, you could use those wheels for a mirror. Don has put together a beautiful piece of machinery. It's called Fast and Furious. Let's see how long he can pull with it.
Something else about Don, he is actually going to be the Rookie of the Year with the Badger State Pullers. First year out pulling on this level, and man, is he doing a good job. Looking around, look at him shaking his hands. He knows he's not going to win it. 296, good enough for third. But now we got to talk about the World Championship. Logan's Toy, 2 points behind Harry Bledsoe. The only way he can take home a Lucas Oil World Championship title now is he has to make a full pull. Let's check out the intensity. We're going to see it all on his hands, his eyes. No, and look at that, 2 feet short of a full pull. Let's check out the Lucas Oil instant replay the way Jimmy saw it.
Well, it looked like a pretty good launch to me. You've got a good bounce there at the front end of the tractor. A little bit of movement over to the right side, but otherwise, he just needed another foot or 2.
Jimmy, 1.5 feet short.
Yeah, we gave it our best try, you know. Harry's a tough tractor, so we gave it our best shot. That's all we had.
Well, you went a little more than 300 feet because you used up some of it, but this is a pretty darn good rookie year.
Yeah, I'm real pleased. I'm just thankful, you know, that we've had such a good year, and I look forward to next year.
Boy, and what a year it was for that fella as well. Tim Morris will come up next. He'll be the 11th puller in a field of 19 tractors.
Listen to the John Deere scream. You're listening to 640 cubic inches of inline 6-cylinder power. The Brothers keeper on his way to a very good run. Hand on the throttle, lets it off. Will not get it done. 289.42.
Well, a full pull is the only way to get into the pull-off because we already have 2 who have hit the ultimate mark. Wally Wiese is up next on Vi-Agri King.
One of the few cases you will see in this category, launching very hard, 640 cubic inches. He's got to get a full pull to be in the hunt. Hands up. 283 will not get it done.
Henry Everman will take to the track next. The track changing, of course, as you go. A lot of times you want to look for the darker area of the track, and many a times that will offer you the best hook.
Everman on his way to a very good run, getting on the right-hand side of the track. Can he get it out of here? Right now, 2 in the pull-off. 281 will not get it done. Everman, you can tell, not very happy with that run.
David Batllner finished in 6th position in this category last year. Very nearly earned the top 5 points finish. However, let's see what he can do tonight.
Oh, the Massey Ferguson growling, coming out very strong. The only V8 in the class. Perkins manufactures a V8 that actually goes in the farm tractors. 2 more pistons than everybody else, but 291 doesn't give him the distance he wants.
Well, tonight, Dexter Sims will ride Bucking Binder. However, he's switched rides a few times. We saw Mike Savey behind the wheel of this machine earlier this year.
Mike Savey took his first ride on this tractor in Madison, Indiana, and nearly turned the tractor over. Right now, though, Dexter Sims in the battle, looking around at the end of the track. 290 even. No, not going to get in the pull-off. Bledsoe and Colberg are looking really, really strong. Hey, I made a mistake. There is another V8 in the class. International Harvester actually manufactured a 1468 International with a stock V8. Not many of these made it out to the farms. Even fewer made it out to the track. John Raymond will come up short.
Boy, a lot of guys out there pulling in the 290 to 95 range, but still only 2 full pulls. They belong to Mark Colberg and Harry Bledsoe, so we definitely have a pull-off. And we'll find out who's going to be in it. 4 pullers remain when we come back. The McCormick Tractor ATPA Finals are a service of Real Power. Turn your truck into a mobile power station. And by Burns Best, alternative heating and cooling systems for your home, shop, or business. And Tom McConnell, we have 3 competitors left and plenty of space in a pull-off. So far, only 2 people into it.
One of the top tractors from the Tar Heel State out of North Carolina, the John Deere, making his way to compete here with everyone at the McCormick Tractors World Finals. 280.44 is not going to get it done as we check out one of 2 cases entered into the category. The Screamin' Eagle out of Kentucky. This is the Bond pulling team. Jamie Bond doing the driving. Very strong case. Look at the dirt coming up. Is he going to get it into the pull-off?
He's got to be close. 282 feet. That will not get the job done, so Jamie Bond's night is over.
John Kutz coming up next. John Kutz won the big one this year in Henry, Illinois, the highest paying bull in the world. On his way to a very good run here, but he seems to be lugging a bit, Stephen.
Yeah, but the balance on the machine looks almost perfect, but he simply doesn't have the distance.
Well, close enough, but no cigar, I guess. 296, just about 4 feet shy. Here is the guy that is your defending Lucas Oil World Champion. Last year, he picked up 13 victories on the Lucas Oil Power Pulling Series. This year, 0 at this point. He would really like to get into the pull-off. Mac Darnell.
He is not going to make it, and what a draw for Mac as well. We'll take a look at the pull-off coming up here in just a moment, but he drew dead last today. What else could you ask for? Mark Colberg on propane is up. He ran first today, so first will go against Harry Bledsoe on Red Dog coming up in a moment.
And it's for all the marbles. Harry Bledsoe would not only like to win the World Championship, which he theoretically already has by hooking to the sled, he'd also like to win the event. Mark Colberg will set the mark to be 293 and change. Comes out of the hole. Very, very good. I love watching that stock front end dance around. But as he got near the end of the track, Colberg was standing on it, and the thing with propane, well, it belched and she went down.
293, you gave it all it had, but a little popping and banging at the end. Everything okay?
I'm not sure yet. I've been having trouble with my propane vaporizers freezing up once in a while, and I'll have to check it out here. That might have been what happened.
But I imagine you're going to be sitting here for a minute to watch this final pull.
Yeah, Harry's a tough one, and you got to have a perfect run to beat him. So I don't know if I had enough or not. We'll see here in a minute.
Propane vaporizer. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, Stephen.
Harry Bledsoe, somewhat tongue-in-cheek, told us at the top of the show, he said, yeah, I'm going to cheat. Come out and find out how I did it. Catch me if you can.
Well, here's what happens. The top 3 tractors will go through a super tech by the ATPA officials right after the event. And Harry Bledsoe does the dream, wins the event and the championship.
Well, let's go down and check in with Rick Carlson. He's standing by with our new champion.
Harry, everything you'd want. A World Finals win and an ATPA Lucas Oil Power Pulling Championship. What could you say? As good as it gets.
About as good as it's going to get.
You spent all year doing this, lots of miles, lots of effort, and always been the nice guy.
Yeah, right. Nobody likes a nice guy, do they?
Especially when they finish in front of you, did it all.
I hear you. We had a lucky year this year. Done good.
Well, congratulations to Harry. You know, Tom, that brings us to the leaderboard.
And there has been a big change. Just got the word from the ATPA officials. Mark Colberg, the propane, disqualified. His turbocharger was too large. Harry Bledsoe, the guy that said he was going to cheat, well, he gets the Chevrolet hot pull. He's legal, but Mark Colberg disqualified, too big of a turbocharger. Wow.
He nearly takes it out of bounds on the right side of the track, but what a pull it turned out to be. He challenged everybody at the top of the show and said, come catch me if you can, and nobody could do it. So congratulations to Harry Bledsoe. I'm Stephen Cox for Tom McConnell and Rick Carlson. We thank you for joining us at the McCormick Tractor ATPA Finals from Delaware, Ohio. If you'd like a copy of this program, be sure to check masterstv.com.